am Ellen Gay Rich, and the topic of this video is best practice. Best practice. What is a best practice? A best practice is the most effective and efficient course of action in a particular task or situation. Now remember the difference between effectiveness and efficiency. Effectiveness is doing the right thing, and efficiency is doing the thing right. So again, a best practice is the most effective and most efficient course of action in a particular task or situation. A best practice is a standard or set of guidelines that's known to produce good outcomes if properly followed. Many industries and professions use best practices to streamline their work and to adhere to industry standards. Let's talk about how best practice adds value to your company. 5 different ways. Number 1, improved effectiveness, doing the right thing. By following established optimal standards, companies can consistently deliver high-quality products and services. This can lead to customer satisfaction and loyalty, giving you a competitive advantage. Number 2, increased efficiency, doing the thing right. This streamlines your processes, reduces work time, optimizes teams' workflows, reducing waste and maximizing productivity in your company. Number 3, risk mitigation. Minimizes errors and potential failures by identifying, assessing, and mitigating potential hazards, protecting your products and your teams. Number 4, enhanced innovation. Reflecting on past projects and outcomes fosters a culture of learning and creativity, encouraging teams to develop new ideas and improve existing processes, leading to greater team satisfaction and a better work product. Number 5, sustained company growth. When you consistently apply best practices, you are ensuring that your company maintains high standards for driving continuous improvement, leading to organizational success. Together, these 5 value addition elements allow your company to optimize your operations, becoming effective and efficient, preventing repeating mistakes, and maintaining a culture of innovation and sustainable growth. So now, how is a best practice developed? The reality is most companies typically don't systematically focus on discovering and implementing best practices. Often that is simply due to a lack of awareness of what a best practice even is. So best practices are usually developed in one of 2 different ways. Number 1, organically, or number 2, industry specific. Now what do I mean by this? Number 1, organically, is when a best practice is created by identifying effective methods through experience, observation, and collaboration within a team or organization. Organic best practices arise naturally as your people work. They can find that some ways of working produce better outcomes than others. These can come from an individual or from your teams as they exchange ideas and experiences. You discover an organically developing best practice in your company by the following ways. Core dialogue, we've talked about that. The input from your core dialogue. Weekly reporting, utilizing those KPIs to identify gaps and opportunities. Inconsistent work product. When you have an inconsistent work product, that's an opportunity to examine what's going on with the best practice in that area. The safety incident report. Always have an incident report developed in your company when there is an accident involving equipment, machinery, and or personnel. This report will tell you what happened, why it happened, and how it can be prevented in the future, leading to a change of best practice. Then after action reviews, we've talked about that before. Exit interviews. Every time an employee leaves your company, your human resources department should do an exit interview with that person. Many times you can uncover a developing best practice in that area. Conduct customer surveys. Find out what your customers are liking or not liking and what's trending. And lastly, something many people don't do, engage in competitive intelligence. What is that? Competitive intelligence is when you're gathering and analyzing information about your competition, which can reveal their best practices and help you identify opportunities where you can outperform them. Consider doing a BMGC on your competition. The second way you develop best practices is by industry specific. What does that mean? An industry specific best practice is created and controlled by industry standards, regulatory organizations, and government agencies. They set guidelines or benchmarks that your company must follow. How do you discover and maintain industry-specific best practices? You read the industry publications and specific articles, blogs about the industry, business journals. Keep up to date on successful best practices and emerging trends. Also monitor and read websites and publications of regulatory organizations and government agencies. Many times these organizations and agencies will hold seminars about new regulations coming out. Be sure and attend those seminars. Join professional networks in your industry and attend conferences and seminars. Network with your peers in your competition. Stay up to date with the latest technologies and industry advancement. Whether you are developing or updating a best practice, either organically or by industry specific, they both have these three things in common. Number one, you involve your teams. Successful innovation requires the active participation and support of your team members. Engage them in this process, communicating and addressing concerns with them. Number two, assess your current practices. Begin research by evaluating your existing practices and identifying the weak areas that need improvement. What's right, what's wrong, and what can we improve? Number three, based on what you've discovered, develop the new best practice. Now, I know this sounds pretty simple, but these steps really are simple. Don't overthink it. Remember, the reality is that most organizations typically do not systematically focus on improving and activating best practices. When you develop and refine best practices, your company can advance and become a leader in your industry. So now that you've developed the best practice, how do you implement? In 4 ways. Number one, document and activate. Create an action plan. Set clear goals outlining specific steps, timelines, KPIs, and who are the responsible parties for each best practice. This will help you stay organized and track progress, ensure accountability and proper allocation of your resources. Create documents or manuals outlining these best practices, making it easy for your teams to reference and follow them. Number 2, train and educate your teams. Provide necessary training and education to your team to ensure they understand and can implement the best practice effectively and efficiently. Let the team know how this new best practice contributes to the company's success. Number 3, monitor and evaluate. Regularly monitor the implementation and impact of best practices and evaluate their effectiveness. Use KPIs to track progress and adjust as needed to maximize the results. Number 4, cultivate and celebrate. Promote a company culture that cultivates and values ongoing improvement and allows teams to try new methods without fear of failure. Celebrate successes. Recognize and celebrate the achievements and positive outcomes resulting from the implementation of this new best practice. Remember, implementing best practices is an ongoing process and requires dedication, commitment, and continuous improvement. By following these steps, you can create a culture of excellence within your company, leading to improved outcomes and long-term success. This will help position your company as a leader within the industry. So in conclusion, why is it important to stay current with best practices? By adopting best practices and incorporating them into your decision-making process, you can enhance your ability to make informed choices, better utilize your key resources, and achieve optimal results. By keeping your best practice current, this allows you to, number 1, take advantage of industry advancements. New technologies, trends, and methodologies emerge regularly in every industry. By staying current, both organically and industry specific, you can leverage these advancements to improve your effectiveness, efficiency, and overall performance. 2, by keeping your best practices current, this gives you a competitive advantage. Companies that embrace and implement the latest best practices often gain a competitive edge over their competition. By continuously learning and adapting, you can differentiate yourself from competitors and position your company as an industry leader. Number 3, by having best practices, you can meet and exceed customers' expectations. Customers' expectations are constantly evolving. By staying up to date with best practices, you can better understand and meet the changing needs and preferences of your key customer segment, enhancing customer relationships, satisfaction, and loyalty. Being aware of best practices, number 4, it allows you to maintain continuous improvement. Best practices are not static, they are dynamic, and what worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. By continuously improving and updating your key activities, you can foster a culture of innovation and strive for excellence. I trust that you now have a better understanding of best practice and how it affects your company. Now, I suggest that you watch this video more than one time and then answer the questions we will post for you. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Ellen Gay Rich, and I look forward to our next time together.